So, welcome to today's episode. Today, we have a very special guest, Krishna Vardhan Reddy. He's the founder of AiDOOS, the platform redefining how work gets done through its concept of virtual delivery centers. A lifelong entrepreneur and systems thinker, Krishna has helped startups, SMBs, and Fortune 500s simplify the complex, simple what matters. At AiDOOS, he's leading a global movement to transform how companies approach talent, projects, and outcomes, and ultimately how people everywhere create opportunity and freedom through work. So, Krishna, welcome.
Thank you so much, Mark. That was a great introduction. Thank you so much.
100%. Oh, pleasure's all mine. Yeah. And so, for those of you just joining the podcast, we at Strativa AI help businesses scale their revenue over 12 months using AI. So if you want to learn how to take your business to the next level, make sure to stick around for future episodes. And if you're interested in a free growth consultation, just drop the word growth into the DMs. So Krishna, please share us a bit more about your background and what you're working on lately.
Thank you, Mark. So I'm an IT guy from a typical computer science graduate, passed out in the .com era. Okay.
Yeah.
When the .com was the thing all around, just like AI is now, and worked in predominantly enterprise companies, both on the supply side and demand side. More on the demand side, I was in CIO orgs for a very, very long time at Dell, HP, WPP, big companies. And entrepreneurship has been my dream, or probably the right thing for me, given my mindset and my way of working.
Okay.
Whenever somebody asks me, why did you quit your job and pursued entrepreneurship? My typical response is, in my case, it is not why. In my case, why did it take so long?
Interesting. Yeah. Okay, I like
why did
that.
it take?
So why did it take so long? Why?
It took so long purely because of me. I didn't plan my readiness to plunge into entrepreneurship, take that leap of faith. It took longer, but I thought, let's do it. If I don't do it, I'll probably never do it. So in year 2021, I quit my job at Dell and launched AiDOOS platform in 22. But I had laid foundation. I tried few things in the past. I did try a couple of ideas in the past, but never quit job and pursued full time. This is the first time. But foundation for AiDOOS I had laid in the past. In the year 2018-19, I encountered certain situations as part of my job where I saw the inefficiencies and decided to build a platform to fix those gaps. But it just took time for me to jump full time and build this platform. But
Sure.
And COVID came in and remote work became the thing, accepted thing all over the world. But we started talking about remote work even before launching platform. I started blogging way before COVID came. We predicted that remote work will become the norm, which became, right? And a lot of COVID kind of accelerated many things that probably would have taken 10 years if it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So I'll pause here. So long story short, enterprise journey has been my 20 plus years thing. And then for last 4+ years, I've been working on AiDOOS, and we can discuss in detail what AiDOOS is all about.
Yeah. Let's hear about it. Let's start with how big is the team right now, right? How big is your client base? Who is it that you serve? Yeah. And I guess even before that, right? What is AiDOOS?
So a lot of people talk about future of work, and everybody has their own definition, right? For some people, it could be tools like Zoom, Slack, Microsoft Teams, and whatnot. For some people, it could be SaaS products, AI, and whatnot, right? But I think we are on AiDOOS, we are giving the shape and structure to that philosophy, because future of work is a philosophy which has different definitions, and we are giving that shape and structure, right? In the form of virtual delivery centers. We believe that the way we work is being reset, and it will be permanently reset, right? Jobs as a notion is a very new thing for humanity. We never had jobs, right? At the most, all the jobs were in army or probably in the palace. Everybody else was an entrepreneur. All these jobs notion came with the industrial era in the last few hundreds of years, right? But
interesting.
We were always been entrepreneurs. And if you read Hoffman from LinkedIn, Naval Ravikant, many people who are saying, very soon we will stop seeing this whole full-time jobs era, and most of us will become micro entrepreneurs, offering our services and skills to more than one company at any given point. And these companies, on the other hand, will tap into this talent, right, to leverage their skills and experience. In simple terms, AiDOOS is connecting this, making this transaction possible, as simple as that. And we want to make it as seamlessly as possible, as if a company is giving work to its own employees. It should be that simple, that seamless. That is where we bring in this notion of virtual delivery center, which is staffed by both humans and AI agents, and companies can keep pushing work. And they will only pay for the outcome, not for the number of heads, not for the hours logged. And we call it AiDOOS unit, AU. Every AiDOOS unit is, let's say, $100. And the companies keep pushing, and they never need to worry about attrition. In the current setup, we worry about attrition. What if my top talent leaves the company? Whereas with virtual delivery center, since it is outcome based, where we need 10 people, probably VDC would be started with 30 people, with plus AI agents. The reason for that is you always are, VDCs are overstaffed, not understaffed. Because take the case of Uber. Whenever I request a ride, it is guaranteed that I get a ride in next few minutes. There are so many drivers available in Uber ecosystem, right? Even in the places where I am least expecting drivers, there's still drivers available. Very bad analogy, but
they're everywhere.
Yeah, if you draw parallel, a driver in Uber is limited by the geography. A talent on AiDOOS is not limited by any geography, right? So they can serve any customer from anywhere, but serve multiple customers, right? Because they'll be part of multiple VDCs at any given point of time. So a company can have one person or a million people in their VDC, staffed by global talent, but they only pay for the outcome. Right. So this is the concept. And we believe this is the way forward. We have gone past the jobs era, factory era, all that, right? And we are going to entering this outcome-based era, on-demand outcome-based economy. That's what AiDOOS is all about.
Okay. And so is it based on your history as well? In other words, is it enterprise platform, or is it also for small to medium-sized businesses?
It is predominantly for small and medium businesses now, because they do not have deep pockets like enterprise customers do, right? And we also need to scale the platform by serving to SMBs first, solving their problems to the point, and then eventually grow to enterprise customer level. So our ideal customer base now is SMBs and startups.
Okay. And then so someone in those spaces has someone working for AiDOOS as a human alongside some agents that get developed in order for the thing to get done for the client. Is my understanding there correct?
So we have human talent, AI agents, SaaS products, and all these layers are orchestrated by AiDOOS orchestration engine. And it stops VDCs by all these things, and talent, agents, and SaaS, and it will deliver the outcome, right? And it takes care of entire execution on the platform itself, not necessarily using external tools for the execution, because it has inbuilt execution ecosystem on the platform.
And how big is the team that you manage in concert also with the internal AiDOOS human people?
We are close to 20 people, Mark, that takes care of the platform, because the AiDOOS team doesn't do customers projects. They take care of the platform. All the customer needs are served by the talent on the platform. They're picked on demand, stopped into VDCs, and they pick the tasks coming from customers or projects coming from customers, and they deliver. And with the supervision from AiDOOS orchestration.
Fantastic. And then are there certain sectors of the small to medium-sized business that either AiDOOS excels at or that you've seen the most traction with?
We are sector agnostic, domain agnostic, because we are horizontal, given we are technical. However, there are compliance and regulatory heavy industries like defense, banks, financial institutions. We are not tapping or approaching those customers yet. But other than that, we have served manufacturing, we have served retail, we have served logistics, startup, different domains. So we are sector agnostic.
I love it. And then are there general timelines that a user could expect? In other words, knowing that everything is outcome based and also kind of industry agnostic, does there still come a general idea of delivery time that you've seen, customers reach success within 3 months, a year, anything like that? Or is it totally variable?
It is variable.
Yeah.
Because, for example, just as we speak, couple of days back, there is a customer who asked to put up a simple website very quickly, and we did it in few hours and delivered, right?
Sure.
But there could
Yeah.
be complex
Yeah.
problem statements that may involve even AI data and data fine tuning, right? And all that. It might take few weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. And there could be even further complex, which involve a lot of integrations and build SaaS level product, which might take a little longer as well, right? So it varies. But the thing is, since it's outcome based, delays don't cost customers. Delays are absorbed by a platform. And beauty is, unlike other freelancing platforms, if there is any issue with any talent, that is abstracted from the customer. Platform, it knows exactly where to tap in, if required, even replace for genuine reasons. I mean, there is a talent who is starved and suddenly becomes unavailable for health reasons or whatnot, and there is a delivery to be
Sure.
made. Right, as seamless as an internal team, a big team, platform operates at that level. But these are not platform employees. These are not AiDOOS employees. These are global talent. So that's the
Yeah.
beauty. We are bringing the partner comfort and platform scale, mix up both the worlds, the best of both the worlds, and giving to customer.
Right. I love it. And so, what is the user experience like when they find
Yeah.
you? Then, what is onboarding and also the user interface as the outcome
Yeah.
is getting completed?
So since we are living in AI era, even our
Yeah.
platform is native. When customers come, we have a conversational chat. They can converse with the platform, express their needs, and even take guidance from the platform what to build. For example, let's take a simple example. Mark wants to build a platform for podcasts. Just a hypothetical use case, right? And he goes
Totally.
to
Yeah.
AiDOOS and express, I'm planning to build a platform for podcast where anybody could come and launch their podcasts and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
And
Okay.
and for a specific niche, unlike Spotify, which has music, everything, right? So
Yeah.
and it will suggest few things, and you can ask, hey, these are the features I'm thinking. It'll ask few questions and suggest few things, and finally it comes up, it confirms, is this what you are looking for? And once you confirm, it'll obviously take your information, identify information, and then instantly spins up a virtual delivery center for you. Okay. After that, and it all happens live in action. And after that, the AiDOOS engine kicks in. It identifies the talent and AI agents and staff's VDC, and identifies the AUs units, number of AUs, the effort it takes, and AUs equal the cost of the delivery also. And then
Sure.
it notifies you, and then once you approve, that's it. Things will start rolling out. And of course, there are financial aspects involved, right? And we have the whole wallet and financial flow as well, workflow as well built into the platform. And we have our own Kanban. So we don't need to go to Jira or, Trello. We have our own communication platform. We don't need Slack and MS Teams, all that. It's all document repository. The whole execution ecosystem is built. So you have
I love it.
dashboard that you can check what is going on, what is done, what is pending, when things are coming, which critical piece is done, which dependent piece is in one progress, right? So everything is in front of you. Think
I love
think
it.
of it as you are a single person, Mark. You have this brilliant idea, and you know it could become a unicorn. In the
Right.
conventional past, you probably need to have a big in-house team, multiple vendors, so many partnerships and channels to actually get to unicorn status, right? But with
Yeah.
AiDOOS, you are probably Mark walking on the road with a laptop, probably
Yeah.
running a unicorn company using AiDOOS
Right.
VDC platform. Nobody else.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's wonderful. And so, with the interaction, especially during the onboarding, is that all text based or is that any of it chat based?
Yeah. You meant voice based.
Like
Yeah.
verbally?
Yeah. Right now it is all text based. We are
Okay.
building voice based in the future. Yeah. We have that plan in place. Yeah.
Great. Yeah. I love it. Great. Like how many clients have you served to date?
We have served almost 20 customers, uh,
Nice.
mostly from North America, South America, and Europe, predominantly.
Okay.
Some from India, very
Okay.
small, some couple of startups, but predominantly US, Brazil, Canada, Mexico, Europe.
I love it. And when it comes to the idea of
Mhm.
security and compliance and regulatory issues, maybe those latter ones have to do more with anything from finance to something in the medical realm, think like HIPAA or things like that. How do you maintain those sort of parameters for the data security?
So there are customers who insist that everything should happen in their environment, and they spin up specific virtual environments for AiDOOS talent. And whatever is done in that environment. And post the delivery, the integration from that outcome into their system either is taken care by AiDOOS employees or customers' employees so far. Okay. Or
Okay.
customer gives the problem statement, everything is done, built and delivered using our environment, but the outcome is delivered, shipped to customer, but
Yep.
never accessing customer's environment. These are the two use cases we have done so far. Two moves.
I
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
Okay. And what about if someone uses it to develop something, they get an outcome, and then they need some sort of support or delivery with it? Is there an aspect of your team that can stay along so to either help iterate their service or just develop their product further? What do you have in regards to that?
So, no, we do have a continuation mechanism in two
Uh-huh.
aspects. One, every outcome, okay, comes with its own warranty phase. It's a support phase. It comes with its own support phase.
Nice.
Second
Okay.
is if customers are willing to continue it because they see that the product needs to evolve, their product needs to evolve, we will continue the team that delivered. And after that, we will deliver next version, along with supporting the current versions that are in production. That's one aspect. The
Uh-huh.
other aspect is once the warranty phase is over and customer doesn't want, because there is not much to be done, it's all done, but they need
Yeah.
very periodic small things to be done.
Yeah, a little tweak here or there, right?
Yeah, exactly. A very small one-liner here and there, right? Our internal team, because there is an internal team member always involved in the VDC setup. The staffing includes a member from AiDOOS company. So we know exactly what has gone into, and we will take care of those small things. Because sometimes that becomes the seed for the next version. When they ask something,
Sure.
yeah, we suggest, hey, look, I think this is what you are supposed to do. And then that becomes the seed for the next version. Yeah.
Are you able to share a story about any of the clients?
Yeah, definitely. Multiple, right?
Okay, of course. Yeah.
Uh, take Convex Energy, their energy trading platform, okay, in
Okay.
Germany. Their infrastructure was not prime for, because energy trading is like by seconds, by minutes. I need to book a
Yeah,
trade
right.
at the second level, otherwise they lose opportunity. And a
Wow,
lot of
yeah.
times when they had issues in the production system, they did not have a mechanism in place because they did not have this observability setup for their trading platform. And this is a specific problem statement they gave us, and we built the observability capability, alert mechanism, notification mechanism, and sometimes self fixing mechanism, and it went live. So it was a 3-month project, done and
Hmm.
delivered, and that's it. Right? There is
Yeah.
a TerraCycle recycling company headquartered in US, but they have office in Europe, right? So they wanted to build a internal recycling platform. So wanted to take care of certain aspects of that platform because their internal team was building already. And we jumped in and we own, because this expedited their delivery and they were able to go live on time. Otherwise, they would have struggled. If they went to agency, just onboarding agency, staffing their team and ramping up would have taken 3 months. But we have just delivered
Right.
very fast and they could go live. There is an Indian customer who was building a startup where we always carry these medical reports in physical form to customers. I don't know to hospitals. I don't know if
Okay.
it happens in US, but it does happen in India. Every hospital has their own big file. I mean, if I visited 3-4
Hmm.
hospitals, there are 3-4 big files. This is as soon as the reports come, I can just scan and it's there in the app. I can just carry the app and show to the doctor, share with the doctor.
Wow.
Reports on the go. It's a report go, right? Likewise, there are many success stories, many problem statements. As we speak, there is a Canada customer who supplies, transports, supplies fuel to all the filling stations, the stations. They deliver fuel from terminal to station. And it needs to go
Okay.
exactly in a time gap of before it runs out, but not too before that it cannot take that much fuel. It cannot refill that much fuel. So We built a auto dispatch engine that knows exactly which driver is eligible for which station, when is it running out, and at what time he should go, how many orders he does, what is the sequence of the order, so that he goes back to his home yard, right? So we build this automated mechanism, which is really helping them to scale. Now they can add board many new stations and scale their business because of this auto dispatch.
Yeah. Wow, those are great stories. What have been some obstacles that you guys have come across in development of, say, any of those cases, or something internal that where the AI has led to a setback that you didn't foresee? And what were your lessons learned as you overcame that challenge?
So one of the biggest bottlenecks we still have, Mark, is our human intervention, personal intervention is still at it's a high touch point, right?
High
Yeah,
touch.
high touch,
Okay.
right? We want to make it zero touch, almost zero touch, right? Things should
Yeah.
happen as if you just click, things happen, right? So
Right.
right now the talent base is still not, we don't have a million talent base, right? We still have few thousand, right? So and very
Okay.
deep pockets of we know exactly who is good at what, those niche skill set and stuff, which is a hindrance for our scale, which is good, but at the same time it is bad, right? So the biggest bottleneck now is educating customers, moving away from agency model to platform model, right?
Mhm.
And making the platform zero touch. These are the two biggest bottlenecks that we are working on as we speak. And that is exactly the reason why I was in US, spent time in San Francisco, spent time in Texas, and explained them, got this feedback, and I'm working on that as we speak. And I'll come back to SF once this is done.
Interesting. Yeah, we'll have to chat later. That reminds me of something that I've got going on with my development team. And my goal is to try to have the platform be as zero touch as possible.
Yeah.
So I might pick your brain on that a bit to see about, getting it, just like you said, less of the agency model and more of the platform model, while still maintaining that human touch to a degree, because I think that's very important so that we're always having that human oversight, the interface, the connections with whoever it is that you're having that business relationship with, but just allowing for the scalability of things and developing the product and, delivering the service of whatever it might be. Yeah, we'll chat about that, off camera some other time.
Definitely.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. And then so what sort of trends do you see as maybe coming up in either the end of this year, right? I mean, we're in our last quarter here, or the beginning of next year, trends that you see around AI?
So AI coding is no more a computer science graduate's job anymore. With AI
Yeah.
coming in, it's more about expressing the intent and expressing it rightly, and being able to take that outcome from these tools and being able to integrate, connect end to end and deliver, right? So anybody could code, and people who have retired long back and completely from non-computer background as well can develop an app now, right? Now, if you apply that thought process, I was listening to multiple YouTube videos. While it may look like jobs may go down, all that, even opposite may happen, right? Work may explode, because now whatever we think, no, let's not develop that, it's not very important, it may take longer, it requires a lot of time and money, could be done like this. Because it is possible, everybody, every idea probably will take shape now, right? So our philosophy is jobs may fade, but work will exist. And AI will play a very, very vital role in shaping up this whole thing. Like everybody could become a digital worker.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Whoever never were in the digital workforce ecosystem could become part of digital workforce ecosystem, but without a job. So there could be a platform like AiDOOS or some other platform where we may see in the years to come 1 billion people working on it, on the platform. Very much possible, right? So a lot of people that I speak to, 2030 is the timeline we are seeing, where it will tell us where we are headed. Because we expected so much to change in 2025. At least my thought process, it didn't change as much.
Yeah, right.
2026, we are expecting, it will change, things might become upside down. It may not. But 2030 could be that line that tells us, is it really going to change so much? Or no, this is another big evolution, but we all still have work. We will continue to eat food on the dining table, listen to podcasts, talk to people, right? It's not like all of us will be starving to death, right? All those answers, all those questions will be answered by 2030, in my opinion. 1 or 2 years, maybe too short a time, because 2024, 2025, we saw layoffs, but it still hasn't changed drastically. It did not make the world upside down yet.
Right. Yeah, interesting. I like that timeline, actually. I think it's good also because it gives a bit more an idea of pace, where right now there's so much adoption, acceleration, leapfrogging going on. And it's kind of like, okay, after all of this time, then what's going to really kind of settle? What's going to flesh out so that we're using it to whatever degree, but then we're still, in a sense, maintaining what will be the new status quo, right?
So Mark, I'll give
because the digital environment will be so different.
I'll give one interesting story. I was sitting in my room with friends in year 2000, 25 years back.
2000, okay.
25 years back. And we were having dinner. And in Indian food meal, we end with curd rice and curd. We always end with that. Okay. And suddenly we realized there was no curd available. And I jokingly said, guys, let's go online and order curd. E-commerce was big thing. It was coming up. We laughed at it. And in India, ordering curd, just one item, such a small item, and still you get delivered within next 10 minutes, 15 minutes, started happening only 2-3 years back. I don't know about the US. There are specific apps. We call it quick commerce. It started probably maybe 5 years back. Definitely not 10 years back.
Like just in time.
Interesting time.
Delivery.
We talked about in 2000, and it happened probably in 2020 or 21.
Wow.
Things take time. Lot of times we underestimate the time it takes for an evolution to take shape. Now, e-commerce.com bubble happened. Many e-commerce got shut down. Yet, Amazon today is one of the, if not the biggest, like the thing. When we say e-commerce, it's a synonymous for e-commerce, right?
Right.
So, lot of AI companies will be shut down in the coming years. Hundreds and thousands of them. But there will be some which will stick around, right? And human habits will take time to change, right? As much as we talked about digital payments, India, it became popular only in COVID time. Only then humans, because we didn't want to touch anything, right? We didn't want to touch even currency notes, right? So things take time. There will be that pivotal moment, that moment where everybody says, yes, this is the time and that. So in my opinion, 2030 is the timeline where we will know where we're headed. That doesn't mean things would have changed. That only means we will have an answer where we're headed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to hold you to that. All right, I'm going to write it down and I'm going to call you up.
A $1 million check written, and if it comes,
right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I look forward to laughing about it then as well. Well, this has been great. I so appreciate your time. How can people find out more about AiDOOS and about you online, Krishna?
So whenever people search, because we think Virtual Delivery Center, VDC, is one of the constructs that will help shape the new work era. And when people search for Virtual Delivery Center, we pop up. AiDOOS is the pioneer defining that Virtual Delivery Center.
It is the pioneer. I love it. Okay.
In fact, you can go on Google search who is the pioneer of Virtual Delivery Center. You will get the answer. And when I searched about just AiDOOS, what Grok knows about AiDOOS, what ChatGPT knows, they know a lot. And they resonate what we are thinking. And all these platforms support our thought process. So when people search for these future of work, Virtual Delivery Center, outcome-based, on-demand, I think AiDOOS will pop up. And we will get there even for many more such words. When people search for, we will come up. So, yeah.
I love it. And of course, if you could just spell out AiDOOS for the listeners out there, and so they also know how to search it.
AiDOOS. Okay. We wanted to sound it as I do, but prefix it with AI because we knew AI was going to define everything. That's why it is AiDOOS.
Perfect. I love it. Okay. Well, stick around, but thank you so much for showing up and sharing everything that you and AiDOOS is all about.
Thank you so much, Mark. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Indeed. Okay. Have a good day.